The property is about 3 to 5K in profit. For me, because I'm doing remotely, if I'm going to go through this process, right, in setting up, I will want my profit margin to be higher. So that's why I go for bigger units. Mm-hmm. I can only delegate,
You're forced to delegate.
Yeah, I'm forced to delegate. It actually fits the model where I want to not be operationally involved so that I can still have my free time.
It's a good position to be in almost, because you just learn everything that you need to do in order to make sure you delegate well.
Yes, correct. With clear instructions.
Well. That's exactly right. Hi, and welcome to another episode of Behind the BnB, all the way from Singapore. I'm thrilled to have Joyce with me on the show today. Hi, Joyce. How are you?
Hi, Stephanie. Thanks for having me for the talk.
You are so welcome. I'm so glad we were able to work this out. Like while we were over here for a bit of a family holiday, we thought let's fit in another podcast interview as well.
Yes.
And so I'm so grateful for you to be joining me today and to share your story about how you got started with Airbnb. So let's get into it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm Joyce. I'm based in Singapore and I'm a Singaporean. Mm-hmm. And I'm actually have a full-time job in risk management in the corporate world currently. Yeah. And I have two beautiful daughters.
Yes, you do.
One is 8 years old and one is 5 months old. Yeah, I'm happily married with Evan, who is my husband.
Nice. And so you've always lived in Singapore, you're born here, love it here.
Yes, I'm born here and I don't quite love the humidity, but I love.
Not great for the hair,
I do love how clean it is in Singapore.
Yeah. So we've come over for our first time as a holiday over here as a family, and so far we're really loving it. It's a beautiful, beautiful city, that's for sure.
Yes.
So Airbnb. What sparked the idea for you? Like, where did it come from? Why did you want to do it?
So I started looking at any passive income methods, and so we actually started with long-term investment properties in US, and after that we realized that there's too much upfront capital required. So we actually pivoted to short-term rental, and I also chanced across James' Instagram account.
As so many people do.
Yes, correct. Yeah. And that's how I love his content, and I think his tips is very useful. So I started to engage him to ask him about his course. So I attended his free webinar initially. And I felt that it was very useful. Yeah. And so that's how I actually joined the program ultimately.
That's great. When did you watch the webinar?
It was in January.
In January, yeah.
Yes, correct.
Because you had your baby girl in January.
Yes.
And then you had some time off, so you're on your maternity leave, which is
in January as well.
January. And then you were off for, what was it, about 4 months?
Yes,
and
that's
you decided... time to learn something, jump on a course and learn all about short-term rentals and how it all works.
Yes, that's correct.
Yeah.
So I was also thinking that it's a good opportunity when I'm on maternity leave to take this time to learn something new and also explore ways to have passive income.
Yeah. So what I love about you is, you took that time off to learn something new, but you're still in your corporate role full time.
Yes.
So you obviously went back to work and you've managed to secure 2 properties.
That's correct.
In Piedmont in Sydney.
Yes.
And a lot of people are like, okay, because I had quite a few questions which I showed you about remote setup. So can you share with us then, how you got that first property in Piedmont in Sydney whilst living here in Singapore?
Yeah, so I think to do it remotely there's quite a lot of challenges. Firstly, to set up a company in Australia, we actually require a local director, and so thankfully we have a few friends in Australia, and that managed to help us to set up a company, and through that we also pay him a fee to set up the bank account as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's handy having those types of friendships, isn't it? Where
Yes.
in your case, you were able to call on them and have some kind of arrangement made where they could help you get your business set up.
Yeah.
So going back to the course, did you finish it in that 4 months that you were on maternity leave, and then you felt equipped enough to then get started in this business?
Yeah. So because I actually, there's quite a lot of materials. There's also coaching classes. So there's a recording for coaching classes, which if I miss any class, I can actually go back to the recording. There's also live coaching classes every week. So while I was in maternity, I attended most of the Australia calls, and I felt it was very useful because that they share that they share a lot of relevant questions, which I think I felt during when I set up, right, it was very helpful to overcome all these challenges.
The initial challenges of getting started in the first place. So let's talk about that. What were the initial challenges you had when it came to setting up your business? Because we always encourage people, you need to understand that when you start out in Airbnb or you're setting up a short-term rental, it's not just about going out and getting the property and starting. There's a whole lot of other things you need to do beforehand, your due diligence beforehand to ensure that you're setting up correctly from the beginning. So,
correct.
Just from the start for you, what was the first step you took if we were going to do it, like in a step-by-step process? So when you felt ready, like how did you obviously had your friends in Sydney who were able to help you, but you set up your business first.
Yes.
And then how did you go about that in terms of step-by-step for anyone watching who wants to know from the very beginning how you did it?
Okay. Yeah, so I think first of all, you have to find someone who you know in Australia.
And trust.
and who you can trust.
Yeah.
And also you can engage a CPA, accountant in Australia. My friend actually has someone that he worked with before. And then so the CPA accountant actually helped us to set up everything for us. And of course, because we have to apply a director ID, it will take us a while. So we actually have a workaround where we get our friend to be the sole director and we be the shareholder first. And while we are waiting for our director ID to be ready. And once it's ready, we actually also put our name in as directors for the company. So I think it actually saves us a lot of time as we need to start the company as soon as possible so that we can also create a bank account, set up a bank account in Australia. And I think it's important also which bank that we choose as well. My friend recommended Commonwealth because their application is very intuitive and user-friendly, which is also very important for someone who is remotely managing.
Yeah, that's so true.
So we can log into the app to check any bank stuff quite effectively. And also they have branches in Singapore. So for verification of any identification document, we can do it in the Singapore branch. Commonwealth Bank in Australia, they accept that because it's the within the whole Commonwealth Bank umbrella.
With it being a branch here in Singapore, it made the whole process quite streamlined for you.
And we don't have to pay for the notarization of the identification.
Verification and all the rest.
Correct.
In terms of that process going through for you. So that's great. Okay, so you set up the business first, obviously with a friend based in Australia who had a director's ID already and was able to help you open your business a lot sooner had you done it without them, because you would have had to have waited 6 weeks to 6 months to get a director's ID.
Yes, that's correct.
in Australia. Yeah.
The timeline in the form, it says it will take up to 6 months. And we thought like we will not be able to wait up to 6 months, worst case scenario. So as risk management, I'll be, okay, let's work around something. So we actually had our friend to be the sole director first.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then it set up the company so that I can also set up my website. My business name is once it's firm, and I can set up website as well, which is also an important branding steps that we need to do for the business.
It definitely is. Having all that set up, your website. Have you got the direct booking feature on your website yet?
Yes, I just
good.
set up the direct booking as well.
Yeah, that's great. Okay, so we can come back to the marketing side of things. So what was your, like the next step? Set up your business, set up the bank account, properties. So you did your due diligence, research.
Yes, correct.
Yeah, how did you come across Piedmont?
Yes.
Yeah, can you talk about why you decided to go for that particular area?
So the course recommended this tool called Airbnb, and also there's Abetics as well. So at that time, I think I wanted to just use the Airbnb instead, because there's a lot of course material within on Airbnb. Yeah, so this tool actually helped me to do market research, and so I actually explored like Perth, Brisbane, and also I've got. At the end of the day, I landed with Sydney because we also have a friend in Sydney, where Perth and Brisbane, we don't have anyone that we know there. And so this friend actually is, we also had the arrangement in terms of the fee for him to do inspection for us. So for this model, it's a rent-to-rent model. We actually need to inspect rental properties.
Yeah.
So he will actually help us to do the inspection of properties as well as setting up the property.
That's great. What a great arrangement you had there as well with that particular friend. So you obviously then sourced a list of properties for him to then go and inspect.
Yes.
And then he got you on FaceTime whilst he was there viewing the property, so you could also see it in real time and whether or not it was something you wanted to go for.
Correct.
Yeah.
So I used AirDNA to also check each of the property listing to make sure that it's profitable, and work out the deal analyzer spreadsheet that James program has, and it was very useful. And so from there we will I will send him those listings for him to do the inspection. And so after the inspection, we of course during the inspection we do FaceTime as well, like what you mentioned. So then he will record the inspection as well, and put it in a shared folder.
Great, very organised. Was that all you giving that direction to him?
Yes, correct. Because the recording is very important, because after, if you actually secure the unit, you do have to look back to the recording to see how you want to place the furniture, how you want to style the furniture. So you need to know, is there curtains? Sometimes during the viewing, you may miss out. You forget about all these little things. But we can always go back to the recording and say, oh yeah, there's curtains and there's this, there's that.
Exactly. Okay, so how many inspections did your friend attend before you decided on your first property and the one that you were going to go for?
So I think we went for about more than around close to 10.
Okay. Okay. And you paid him for each inspection that he attended as well, right?
Yes, correct.
Yeah. I mean, that was a decent job for him. Not bad to earn some money to go along to inspections and do the video. But I imagine he would have looked at things quite thoroughly for you as well. Like, did you give him, a set of instructions or things to look at in particular? Correct. I don't know, make sure there's no mold in the building, or that the water was,
correct.
All those really important things that you're trusting this person to act on your behalf to ensure you get the right property, so you're not going to face issues down the line with guests,
yes,
right?
That's correct.
Yeah.
So because one of the Australian coaches, Nikki and Becky, they shared that.
Who was that, by the way?
Nikki and Becky.
Shout out to Nikki and Beck. We love Nikki and Beck, who are based in Brisbane.
So they shared that when you inspect the property, it's important to notice if there's any weird smell.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So I actually, because I won't be there physically, I actually told my friend to take note that is there any weird smell that you notice, because this you can't see, and through the video I also can't tell.
Yeah.
And this will be something that you need to pick up, because when there's smell means that there could be something that's moldy.
Could be a bigger problem.
Yeah, that could be a bigger problem down the road.
Yeah. And speaking of Nikki and Beck, they know all about that. I don't know if you had a chance to watch the episode, but they talk about one of their first properties they found, and there was this weird smell in the building, and luckily they were able to resolve it quite amicably with the landlord, who let them out early because they were like, the smell's not going away, So important note to take down if you're watching this and you're wanting to find that first property, especially if you're doing it remotely. It's important you find someone you can trust, and then make sure you give them clear instructions to follow when it comes to viewing those properties at inspection time. So 10 inspections your friend did for you before you found the first property in Piedmont that you were happy with.
Yes.
So what was sort of the next process? Did he have to sign the tenancy agreement for you on your behalf? How did that all work? It got sent to you? Yeah.
I'm actually the one signing it because
you need to be.
Yeah, the directors of the company has to sign it, and also the agreement has to be in the company's name as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. We also have our personal name included, so both names, because the agent would require our personal name to be included, but we actually specify that we want our company name in as well for insurance purposes.
So they were fine with that. Was it the agent who you got the permission from, and they were fine, or did they have to go to the landlord and get the landlord's permission to sublet it?
Yeah, so they have to get back. They have to check with the landlord to ensure they're okay. So during the inspection, I also have a list of questions for my friend to ask the agent. For example, is the landlord open to subletting?
That's one of the first questions you need to be asking.
Yes.
Yeah.
I wouldn't recommend to do it over the phone because also one of our coach, Matt, the Australia coach, shout out to Matt as well.
Whitey.
So he shared that to do it in person. So initially when I called, I do it over the phone and I got rejection. But after that I realized, we do the physical inspection, and then we do the pitch. Is a lot more easier. The agent is more receptive because they feel that you are more sincere, and they can they will give you more. They will be more lenient towards you. So a few questions is that is the landlord open to subletting? Is the landlord open to letting to a company rather than an individual? And also, is the landlord open to long-term lease up to 2 to 3 years? So these will be the 3 key questions that definitely have to ask during the inspection.
Perfect.
Yeah. So a few things also, like, is there air conditioner in the property? Yeah, so all these things, I actually have a list for my friend to.
That's great. Yeah, you sound like you were very organised. You had everything that you needed to. Obviously, you need to be if you're going to be trusting someone to find the property for you in the first place. They need to be given everything that they need to act on your behalf. Correct. And do a good job. And so you said this particular friend helped with the fit out as well. Okay, so once you finalised that, contract signed, did you get it for 2-3 years? with the landlord, that first property?
No, so we what I understand also that from the coaches that it's actually quite hard to get 2 years, especially for Sydney. Firstly, they what I understand the culture there is they wanted to make sure that they can increase the rental every year, as well as they want to assess whether how well you are paying your rental, how timely it is. So with that, we are okay to start with 12 months, but I did request that we can do renewals halfway through the agreement. So the agent actually agreed that okay, so let us see how is the performance,
that's important.
for us, and so they agreed that in around 6 months through, we can we set up we can kickstart the renewal process to 2 or 3 years.
That's great. So, I mean, it's still fairly new. You only took this property on, or these two. Was it shortly after the first one you got the second one? Because it's also in Piedmont, right?
Yes, correct.
Yeah.
So the story is we actually did have the together, like it was consecutively we had the agreement signed, because we the first one that came to us, we secured. The agent actually rejected us because the landlord said no. So we moved on to do other inspection, and then we secured one already, the second one, and the first one came back to us. The agent came back to us and told us that the landlord changed their mind, because I built the rapport with them during when I was pitching to them. So the agent had a good impression of me, and so she helped me to kind of convince the landlord to let us actually go to do this rental. Reason being is we know all the benefits where we will maintain the property, and we have regular cleanings to the property.
It's always great when you can get an agent on your side who actually understands what you're talking about, because there's still quite a lot of real estate agents who just don't understand this model at all.
Yes.
And I think the way that you describe it is very important. It needs to be simplified, because when you think about it, real estate agents are so busy, they haven't got time to try and get their head around what you're trying to explain. So it's really good to just understand, straight away what you're talking about. So it's good that you simplified it enough, and you were able to get this agent on your side to then basically go into bat for you.
And they also, because of my website as well, they went to check out my website.
Professional.
And this is very professional. And so she actually think that this is a good model instead.
That's good. So you have to have your ducks in a row, as they call it. Get everything aligned, things in order, be organised, and you present yourself professionally. Then obviously you're going to have a better chance of winning over an agent or a landlord. But make sure you know everything before you go into this, right? Which is what you did. You took the time to understand how short-term rentals work. You organised yourself, got your friend, gave them the list of questions and followed a series of steps. And, was it 10 properties later? How many rejections over the phone? Did you do a few phone calls, you said?
Yes, I did a few phone calls. But it's not included in the inspections.
No, because the calls were before.
Yeah, correct.
Yeah, so the calls you found weren't really working.
That's correct.
And then that's when you engaged your friend to then come on board and attend the inspections. And it's a lot better. It's like we said as well, like seeing you in person today is just so much nicer to meet in person sometimes. And I think also the case for inspections, if you can find someone that you can trust to attend an inspection for you, then you're far better off. Yeah.
It's you actually break the ice when you meet in person.
You do.
Yeah. And then also it shows that you are serious about this tenancy, and not just trying your luck.
Which unfortunately some people in this industry do that. We call them cowboys. They go in and they just get a property, and then they don't do what they need to in order for it to work out for not just themselves, but it needs to be quite a few other people that you need to be considering when it comes to running a short-term rental, especially in a building, like an apartment building.
Yes.
There's a series of things you have to have set up properly so that you're running it professionally, like you are. So the fit out, how did that work? Did you have to come up with the design? And you said one of the properties were furnished, right? So
yes.
Let's talk about the fit out and how you went about doing that remotely. So from Singapore, the same friend who attended the inspections was able to help you with the setup of the apartment?
Yes, that's correct.
Yeah.
So the one is furnished, one is unfurnished. So we actually arrange. I actually did the designing myself just to save costs.
Done.
And of course attending your course and I think Ashley's course.
Yeah.
On
shout out
styling.
to Ashley, Matt's wife.
Yeah,
she's an amazing designer and stylist.
Yeah. So I saw that she used presentation slides to actually feed up all the furnitures and to see if the styling works and also pin interest.
Yes,
my inspiration.
We love Pinterest. Yeah.
Yes. So to all this matching and styling, I actually decided on a list of furnitures to buy, and of course, we actually get we look at fantastic furnitures and also Tempest and Webster. A few of the recommended websites in Australia, and so we managed to order the furnitures and get it sent within the same day. And of course, there are also flow overs. So, but the big items we actually managed to get it sent in.
So you bought everything up front.
Yes.
Yeah, you didn't do any furniture leases because some people, they opt for the furniture leasing, but you decided you're just going to buy everything. You had a budget, just get everything all in one go.
I actually did explore rental of furnitures, but I work out the cost. It makes sense to buy.
With the interest, depending on who you're leasing the furniture from, sometimes the interest rate on top of the lease doesn't make sense. So you have to did your research, did you due diligence once again.
Correct.
Yeah, so you bought everything outright.
And because you actually own the furnitures after that.
Exactly.
Yeah. So in the long run, it makes more sense to buy your own furnitures.
There's some options out there where you can lease to own as well. But again, it's doing your research. But anyway, so you've got all your furniture, all the decor, you had your slides, the design set up. And was it as easy as just handing all that over to your friend and then he made sure it was all set up?
I make sure that I have the property layout nicely and then where is the location of the sofa. I actually put it there.
Did you have a floor plan?
Yes, I have the full plan.
Yeah, that always helps.
Correct.
Yeah.
So each slide will be like focusing on living room, and then I will put in all the guidance on where to put the sofa or the dining tables, and I will kind of like sort of try to map it up.
Did you enjoy this process?
Yes, I think in the end, I quite enjoy this process of styling.
Yeah,
I didn't know that because I'm not really a designing person.
Yeah.
So in the end, I quite enjoy styling the properties, and after it's being styled out, I feel quite satisfied with that.
Yeah, you'd be so proud, right, of what you've achieved, especially when you see it come to life, coming off the paper, and then it's the photos get done and they come back, and well done.
Thank you. Yeah, so the instructions have to be quite clear because when all the furniture arrive, right, it can be quite hectic. Like there's a lot of boxes, and sometimes you need to direct where to put the beds. I have different bed heads for different rooms, so different paintings for different rooms. So I think with that slide, it gives the guidance instructions clearly, so that he can execute it smoothly.
Did he, did you arrange with him to hire maybe a few other people? Because it's a 2 or 3 bedroom apartment.
3 bedrooms.
3 bedrooms. So that's quite a big job for one person. So did you?
He has his girlfriend too.
Oh, his girlfriend helped him.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. And the two of them were able to set that up for you.
Correct.
Amazing.
They took 1 week.
Yeah.
I actually tried to keep it within 1 week for them to set it up.
Did you get a rental free period, or did you have to pay rent from the outset?
I had to pay rent.
Time is money, right?
Correct.
So you wanted them to get it done as soon as possible. Yeah, because in some cases, I don't know if this is something you asked, maybe they said no, but in some cases where you are renting a property, some landlords may be lenient enough to offer a rental free period so that you can actually set the property up. But in your case, you were like, I'm paying rent. We need to get this done as soon as possible.
Correct.
Yeah.
I think because it's my first few properties, I was like so eagerly to want to start, and I didn't want to kind of like jeopardize the relationship.
Don't want to ask for anything else.
I'm like, I'm so grateful that they actually accepted.
Yeah. That's true. Yeah. I remember what that was like. And you're like, oh my gosh, I can't believe they said yes. Okay, that's fine. We'll get it done. We'll get it done in a few days. We'll turn this around in 2-3 days so that we can just start.
I see it as an investment cost as well. So we do have to budget that in as well.
You do? Yeah. So let's actually talk, even be a bit transparent about the costs of setting up a 3-bedroom. Are you happy to share, how much did it actually cost to fit out the one that was completely unfurnished,
Yep. I think we spent about 15K on
15,000 Australian.
Yes, 15,000 Australian to buy the furnitures and also the staging.
That's not
materials.
bad for a 3-bedroom apartment. Yeah.
Yes, correct.
Did well.
Yeah, and also there is a deposit required as you have to put a bond of 1 month. So I also cost that in as part of the capital upfront.
So in total it was
about 20K.
About 20K all up. Yeah. Okay. And I mean, you've only been running these properties as Airbnbs now for not even a year.
Yeah, actually only since June.
Since June. So only like a month.
As in it went live in June.
Just a month ago. Yeah. And so have you made any profit yet? You haven't broken even yet, have you?
So now we actually met break even in terms of the investment cost, but rental wise, yes, we break even. And now because initially we need to price very competitively to get reviews. I don't have any reviews yet, and then I'm also a new host, so we actually price it very competitively so that we can get bookings, and then started to start getting reviews. Once there's reviews, and it will then we started to adjust the price. So now we are quite fully booked, almost fully booked.
That's amazing.
Yes, so then that's why we actually increase our price to
because you're in now. You're in there.
Yes, correct. Yeah.
And so you've got the apartments advertised on Airbnb,
Booking.com, VRBO.
Yeah.
And now also direct bookings.
Okay. You already got direct bookings.
Yes.
That's impressive for only having the properties up and running for about a month. Yeah, that's pretty good. And so you've covered the rent already for the month of June from, what was it, like 1 or 2 weeks worth of bookings? Oh,
you mean cover? It's
because you said the rent's covered.
Yes.
Yeah. So you've managed to cover the rent. Did you make anything on top of that? Or was it?
So now I think we are making a profit already. Yeah.
That's good. That's not bad. And then I guess you just need to let it play out because you have done your research to understand what you could potentially make. So in terms of your research, I mean, it's hard to say because it's only been a month. I was going to ask, when do you think you'd break even? Could it be after 6 months, 12 months potentially?
Correct.
Like, how's it?
So, because James' deal analysis spreadsheet, actually, you will calculate that how many months that you can as in like get back your profit
based on occupancy.
Yes, correct. Based on occupancy, based on the average daily nightly rate. And from there, I actually look at it will be within 6 months. We'll actually recover our capital fully.
Amazing.
Yes,
that's not bad. Up to 6 months. Correct.
Yeah. So of course, so we are looking at the property is about 3 to 5K in profit, because we actually I look at bigger units so that the profit margin is higher. For me, because I'm doing remotely, I would want if I'm going to go through this process, right, in setting up, I will want my profit margin to be higher. So that's why I go for bigger units, as I can charge more for the nightly rates.
Nightly rate, yeah. I mean, it's an important factor to consider because it's a lot of work. There is still a lot of work that goes into acquiring properties remotely because of all this extra work you need to do and then communicate it to someone that you trust to actually be on the ground there for you, acquiring these units. But also the cleaning team. So, how did you find your cleaning team? Because obviously, you've had a few guests come, check in, check out. Now you've got to do the changeovers, the linen changeovers, get it clean and immaculate for the next guest because we're talking about reviews. This business is built on reviews. Yes. And so how did you find your cleaners and the linen company and all the rest of it? How did you do that?
Yeah. So we have, because this is a coaching course and we have a lot of members, GPWN members, and one of the members, as I was asking a lot of questions during coaching course, one of the members actually already have a few of the Airbnb properties running in Sydney, but it's his own property. So we actually connected, and then he shared with me some of his cleaners and also his virtual assistant. So shout out to Tony as well.
Shout out to Tony. Wow. It just goes to show, what's that saying? Your net worth is your network. It's all about who you know as well. And so that's great. I'm really glad to hear that you were able to just get some assistance in terms of the community that you're already a part of. So
that's correct.
That's great.
I think with his guidance, it actually helped me to set up the whole properties quite fast because I kind of like just tap on the cleaners and also the virtual assistants, and then some of the processes that he already have. So I think for example, we have a Turno, this tool that actually is a cleaner's tool, and we have a checklist of all the cleaning.
What's the app called?
Turno, Turno. So,
okay, Turno.
Yeah, Turno.
Okay, I've not heard of that one. I've heard of Breezeway, but I'm not sure if that's like a UK or US based one. Yeah, I've had some students mention Breezeway. Yeah,
I think previously it was called Turnover. So
makes sense.
They changed it to Turno.
Maybe it's an Australian-based app, and the Aussies, as we know, love to shorten things. So it's Turno. Okay, got it. Okay, yep. So he was utilising that app to then manage the cleaning team.
Correct.
It's great to be able to give them something where there's a checklist to follow.
Correct. So they can also, the cleaners also can upload their photos.
That's good.
After they clean.
Yeah.
We can also upload the photos of how the original state look like, so that the cleaners can follow the layout and put it back to the original state, because the guests do shift around the furniture. We realize.
I used to find that so frustrating, especially when you've gone and spent time decorating a room and you're like, that colour cushion does not belong in the bedroom, it's for the living room. But how's the cleaner going to know that unless they've got
Exactly.
the images to go by? So that's very handy.
Yeah. So then the cleaners will upload those photos in the app, and I'll get my virtual assistant to check on all those photos.
Great.
And
Because you don't have time for that.
Yes, that's correct.
Yeah.
So then they will feedback to the cleaners if there is anything that to improve in for their next clean.
That's great. So there you go. That's how you've got it all set up. You've got the cleaning. So with the linen, is that through the cleaners or is that a separate company? You know, all the bed linen and everything,
Correct.
it goes away,
linens,
gets washed, clean.
Matt recommended the B&B linens.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we actually get new linens. That means I will order new linens, and then my cleaners will collect it.
Are you doing that, or have you got your virtual assistant helping you do all that?
Oh, I will order the linens
You're doing that
myself
because
because I need to
cost,
make
like-
payment.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So then, my cleaners will collect the linens from the location, and then he will bring it to the property. So for supplies as well, I will also order it to his house.
And when you talk supplies, this is cleaning, it's toiletries.
Yes, toiletries
all that
like
kind of-
shampoo,
Yeah.
body wash, hand wash, and detergent. All this, I will send it to his house, and then he will bring it to the property.
Because this is something that is a standard that should be kept. You know, when you're running an Airbnb business, you've actually got toiletries put in there for the
That's
guests. You know, because it's hospitality, it's hosting people, and it's
Yes.
setting up the property almost to that hotel standard,
That's right.
Because we always say get white linen on the beds, white sheets, white cushions, pillows, and then your toiletries in the bathroom. Make sure there's things in the kitchen for them as well to be able to
Cook, yeah.
to be able to clean.
That's right.
Yeah.
So we have cooking oil, pepper and salt,
All
all
of
the pots and pans as well.
Yeah.
Wine glass,
Fully
all
provided.
this fully provided. We try to use the hotel as a standard, so it has to be better than hotel.
Yes.
So that that's why people would choose Airbnb over hotels, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's that home away from home experience that you're providing for people as well. Okay, so both apartments in Piedmont are 3 beds. Correct?
Yes, correct.
Yeah. And so do you find, what type of guests are you attracting to those apartments? Are they families or
Yeah. So
you-
mostly,
yeah.
most of them are families. So I think you also asked the question why Piedmont, right? I think when I look at the analysis through the DNA, Piedmont has quite a good range of profit. The profit margin is quite high, and also the rental. I managed to also get quite affordable rental for that unit. But no doubt it's slightly a bit old, the building, but we managed to style it up, and because the location is very good, it's near the Star, the casino.
Oh, the casino, yeah.
It's just walking distance to
Yeah.
them. So a lot of guests was like, oh, the location is fantastic. Yeah, so in Piedmont, I think most of the guests, they are families. They have kids, they have family, and so we have travel cot ready, high chair ready for them if they requested for it.
That's good.
Yeah, so mostly are families or friends who they travel together. So not many business travelers.
Because you've got the bigger apartment, so it does tend to cater for families.
Yes, that's correct.
And especially tourists who are,
We have
Sydney
quite
is
a
big for
few
that.
like Chinese tourists as well, and also I think Piedmont has a lot of cafes. So it's
It's a great area.
It's a great area
Yeah.
where you can have cafe hoppings right around the area as well.
You're in the hot spot for tourism as well, being in Piedmont.
Correct.
Yeah.
So the average nightly rate is also quite high, and the occupancy is quite well as well.
What's the average occupancy?
So right now it's
Yeah.
about 80%.
80.
Yeah.
Wow.
So when I did my analysis,
And it's winter. It's winter
yes,
at the moment,
correct,
and
correct.
that's pretty impressive. Yeah.
so we have quite a lot of back-to-back bookings, and yeah. So
You chose the right area, Joyce.
correct,
Good job.
correct.
Well, you and Evan, because you and your husband are in this together, right?
Yes, that's
Yeah,
correct.
yeah.
So he is the back-end software guy.
Yeah.
So he helped to, set up
Pricing.
all the softwares,
Yeah.
and so like connect all the systems together through Guesty,
Yeah.
the channel manager
Yeah.
software.
Great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think with all these processes and systems set up,
Yeah.
and it really helped us to, do this like remotely, as well as even with a full-time job,
Yeah.
that we can. It can be quite passive as well. Because initially when I started long-term investment, it's also because I wanted it to be passive income, where it doesn't require a lot of my time. And now when I do short-term rental, because we have so much software that people have developed that help us to automate so many tasks.
Yeah.
And it can actually be very passive as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's you can automate almost everything
Exactly.
in this business to the point where your reason for wanting to do Airbnb or have these short-term rental apartments was lifestyle as well, and you've
Yes.
shared with me before, your reasoning for wanting to start this, because you're an investor already, you've got investment properties. And when I asked you before, why this particular model for you, you said...
Yeah, so for because we actually started buying some US properties. Singapore properties is also very expensive. There's also limitation in terms of you can only own one unit. And if you want to own more, you need to pay a lot of tax, additional tax.
Yeah.
So we started exploring overseas properties, and we landed on US. And of course, even though the property price is lower, but there is also the upfront capital that we need to fork up. And so it can be quite hefty. Like one unit can be 30-40K USD or more. Because we are foreigners, then I think the loan may not be as good as compared to a local US citizen.
Yeah.
So that's why we actually pivoted to something with lesser upfront capital, which is this rent-to-rent model, where we can recoup our investment costs in a shorter period of time, within 6 months, and we can actually use the cash flow to do more and scale up. Because then once all this system and process in place, it's easier for us to scale by numbers. And so just now is I'm focusing on scaling.
What's the goal at the end of the day with this particular investment strategy, short-term rentals? Is there a certain number that you've got in mind, that you want to be earning in terms of income from short-term rentals? And if so, how many properties do you need to acquire for that? Because it's like you shared with me, your reason for doing this too is you wanted to free up some time for yourself.
That's
as well,
right.
to spend with your girls and not be working so much as well.
Yes,
So
that's right.
what's the ultimate goal for you?
Yeah, so I love traveling, and also want to spend time with my family, and my work can be quite hectic. So that's why I'm exploring all this passive income. So the goal set up for me and her husband agree is like 10 property for the end of the year, by end of the year.
Wow, yeah.
Yeah. So and that's the goal. We try to set it high,
Yeah.
so that if
you got 2 in June, so you could achieve that. You got
correct.
another 5 months to go. Yeah, if you
So-
get 2 a month.
In terms of the income, I think for me, I'm looking at around like 25K for me to actually quit my job. And then for Evan will be maybe when we hit like 50K revenue per month, and then probably he might also want to join this full time.
Yeah. So it's just creating that time freedom, I guess you want, to be able to work from wherever. Yeah, basically work towards running just this business and being able to focus on that and manage your investment portfolio.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct.
And then having more time with
Yeah.
your girls and traveling, like you said. You
Yes,
want to do some more
correct.
traveling as well. So, yeah.
Because definitely we can't achieve that through our salary corporate job, where the increment is only it may not be as much as if I and if I set up a new rental property,
Yeah.
right? If let's say the profit for each one is 3 to 5K, as I get more, then I can basically replace my current income.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, great goal to have, and very, relatable to so many people who, have found themselves in corporate world for so many years, and it does take a lot out of you. You put so many hours in, and everyone wants some freedom, some of that time freedom, financial freedom too, to
Yes,
be able
that's
to
correct.
spend more time with the kids and family, and doing some hobbies that you enjoy doing. And maybe, what would those be for you? Like,
for me, I love traveling, and I also love to dive. I do scuba diving. So
awesome.
I will want to travel to like popular dive site and to also I love the ocean as well, to go to diving spots that get to see like whale shark.
Yeah.
Or,
well, you did that not long ago.
Yes,
you were sharing
correct.
with me. Yeah.
I went to Cebu not long ago,
In
and then
Philippines, yeah.
correct with we actually dived with the whale shark.
That is
in
incredible.
Cebu.
You're
Yeah.
so brave. I don't know if I could do that, to be honest. Like, yeah. But I love that for you. Yeah, that's something you're working towards, and
That's correct.
it's great. So we did have some questions come through on Instagram when I put a post out there asking people, if they had any questions about remote setup. So with a few minutes that we've got left, I think one of the questions I wanted to ask you was, I think you've answered some of it already. So we had someone ask, do you still go and physically set the property up? You've already answered that. No. Joyce obviously had a friend that she could trust. You did, Pinterest and Canva and did the plan all up front.
Correct.
You're able to send that to your friend, and so they did that for you. And the other question was, did they know an agent or landlord beforehand? Which you didn't.
I didn't know anyone. So through callings, when I look at any property that I identified, and I just call the agent and started to, put them in, record, save them in my phone book, and make sure that I also build that kind of rapport. And I try to send emails to them to let them know about my info, company information. Sometimes they may not understand the business model, so I do have to explain more and show them our website and with some brochures and also info pack. Would be very useful as they can forward it to the landlord. And the earlier question on remote, right? I've not been there, and I think it's the beauty of a remote setup as well. I can only delegate.
You're forced to delegate.
Yeah, I'm forced to delegate. So it actually fits the model where I want to, not be operationally involved, so that I can still have my free time. Where I just need to delegate up without a choice. So I think it works out pretty well for me.
Yeah, it's a good position to be in almost, because you just learn everything that you need to do in order to make sure you delegate well.
Yes, correct. With clear instructions as well.
That's exactly right. So you answered that brilliantly. How did they manage to get a good team to manage cleaning and so on? We talked about obviously network, so you're really lucky in the sense that you had people that you could go to and actually get contacts from. I mean, we touched a little bit in our conversation about Airtasker, although I don't know if I'd advise that, because I feel like it's a little bit hit and miss. But before you had your contacts, were there other ways that you were considering trying to source cleaners before you got your contact, or were you just lucky enough to find that out?
I did try out Airtasker.
Yeah.
And I had a bit of VPN issues. They blocked my account because they realized that I'm in Singapore. And I think because so in the end, it worked out because I emailed them to let them know that I'm actually toggling between Australia and Singapore, and we are running a business in Australia, and we have the the Australia company register information, so we share with them, and they unblock our account, and so now I can use Airtasker. So I think Airtasker is also a good tool where for people who don't have any friends in Australia, they can use that as a start. Yes, it's a hit and miss, but it is a way that we can try it out. I think maybe it may not be useful for me because I have a friend, but I think for people who don't have friends, there it is a good starting point.
Yeah, the only advice I'd give is just make sure you check reviews. You try and see, maybe what work they've done before.
Correct.
Yeah, just because I've had a bad experience with that, basically. And so lessons learned. Check reviews, don't rush into things, make sure you do all that due diligence. I just had someone come and remove curtains and install it, but they didn't do a very good job.
I see.
And I was like, yeah, check reviews, check if they've got a portfolio, check their work, what they've done before. And and then I feel like you've covered the other questions that someone else asked on Instagram. How did she register a company there? So we talked about a friend that you could trust that you brought on as a director who was based there, Australian citizen, director's ID. So people need to look into all that if they've got a contact. If they don't have a friend, I'm trying to think what are some other ways that they could potentially set up a business remotely. I guess it depends what country you're in as well, and you'd have to do your own research and due diligence to be able to do that, right?
Yeah, I think maybe the CPA, like accountant, can advise as well if they do have. I heard of some of them actually has directorship service where you can pay someone whom you don't know to actually be the director. So
it's just a name. An accountant, a CPA, you can
that's
maybe
correct.
Potentially ask if they have any contacts.
Correct, that's correct. Actually for Singapore as well, we do have that kind of arrangement where we can get we can pay for someone to be the director, even though we don't know that person. But I think it's good to check with the CPA accountant whether do they also have such services.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, that was really helpful, Joyce. And I guess that kind of answers all the questions there from Instagram as well. So I think, that's going to bring our interview to a close. Joyce, I want to thank you so much for sharing your story and being so open and honest about, just the process that you followed to set up your Airbnb business.
Thanks for having me.
You're so welcome. I really hope that's been helpful, for people who are watching, who are thinking about starting their own Airbnb business. And that is the sole purpose behind this podcast, is that we want to showcase people who are just like you, everyday people who have managed to set up their own Airbnb business with the goal of having that time and financial freedom. That's obviously you're just getting started. That's going to come at some point for you. But thank you again for watching another episode of Behind the BnB. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe to our channel so that more people are able to view these incredible interviews that I get the privilege of doing with students in our community and coaches. So again, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed that episode.